Welcome, Johan Johannesson, Director Global Transport at Arjo, which I just learned is an acronym for Arne Johansson, who founded the company. Now we're going to talk a bit about sustainability in connection with transport and in the supply chain. Can you tell us, Johan, a bit about your work within this area?
Absolutely, and first of all, thank you so much for the introduction. Sustainability at Arjo is one of the really important areas which we are focusing heavily on. And we are working in a multitude of dimensions, from packaging, fill rate, distribution networks, and switching modes of transport as well. So we're working very broadly within sustainability.
You told me that you even work a lot with packaging and consolidation and so on in connection with that. Can you describe?
Correct. So yes, so we are assessing all our packaging to reduce them, or to increase fill rates, actually, you could say it like that. And at the same time, we're also looking into what materials is used as the void fill-in packages, etc., to secure that we are not utilizing plastic if it's not absolutely necessary. At the same time, we are looking at both if we can do something about the package as such. We're looking at the product, if there is anything we can, for example, remove or twist and turn for the pure transport leg to reduce the actual size of the product. And we're also looking into products which historically has not been possible to stack. So we've had a recent project where we are increasing the fill rate of our containers with 33% for all our ocean containers out with one of our product ranges. And the way we did that was strictly we added some structure to the corners of the packaging, enabling it to be stacked in 4 instead of 3, which was the previous maximum. It all goes down to of course, it's a cost benefit as well, but mainly it is sustainability driven in terms of how can we optimize this and do it differently. So we're looking very heavily at that. We're also looking into how do we actually distribute mainly parcels, for example, where next day air is very common, where we have looked into then mapped out the lead times with ground services. For example, if you're talking in the US, ground services one day reaches quite far. So within that, our TMS systems and such are stopping any shipments and rerouting them to ground shipments instead of next day air, for example. We have also taken discussions with all of our service techs, etc., out in the field, explaining the situation, set ground as our preferred choice, and it's only exceptions which also needs approval for air freight. At the same on similar areas, what we also have done is that we have more or less reduced air freight to 0. Not 0, it's not ever 0, but it's vastly reduced. And the way we did that was that we looked into the replenishment flows we had for different DCs around the world. The parts we're shipping there, to vast extent, it was reoccurring parts. So we moved those over to ocean, which of course increases the lead time. But then we looked into those odd shipments that we need to do. We moved over to parcel shipments instead. So heavily reducing the overall package we are actually air freighting. And at the same time, actually, we improved the service level, because before we had weekly or bi-weekly air replenishment flows. But now if you have anything that is outside your standard assortment, it dispatches the same day and is received next or the day after across the world, which means that you have saved between a week and 2 weeks in lead time for when you have urgent needs and the others you have on your shelf.
Are there things within the area of sustainability that you would like to do in the future?
Yes, very much so. We are today measuring our carbon footprint on all our transport modes, but it's a very manual task. Here we're looking into utilizing our TMS a lot better. And I do think that the TMS can be utilized to further look into our flows on a deeper level to see, structured with our ERP data, what could we do differently. So we will have much help from those system capabilities going forward to further improve.
There's a quite new functionality I heard in the TMS, Unifound TMS, called emission tariffs. I suppose that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes. So we are looking into it. We're at the I would say we are taking the very first steps into this area, also being rather new to Unifon as a company, as Arjo and Unifon has worked together for about 3 to 4 months. So,
Okay.
so we are in an early phase yet of all the capabilities in there.
Thank you so much, Johan Johannesson, for a nice discussion about sustainability.
Thank you.